is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy, it's loud, it's hectic. We're in New York City, but I want you to listen to the No Holds Barred Network.
Enough is enough. They're always taking their sides. Careless and plus and minus, they're divine.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, as always, the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. Oh. Yay! I'm so excited. And guys, I'm sorry, I know I was a little bit on a break. I needed a little bit of a mental break, so we've been gone for about 2 weeks. Well, I have anyway. So much needed. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to come back with all these interviews and everything on the No Holds Barred Network. So if you're new to this chat, please share, like, subscribe. Let's get some people in here. We talk about everything in the independent scene of wrestling, which we just adore. I feel like I can start dancing now because like you're dancing and like I feel like I need to start dancing. Woo! This is the way that it really should be. So anyway, yes. Yeah, we got the holidays going up. I put my tree on. If you guys can see in the background, I got going on, but I got Thanksgiving going on as well. Like in my house, so I got a split house right now. So we gotta enjoy the holidays. So and then yeah. Did you do anything for like the upcoming holidays now, or you got any things planned before we jump into this interview, Sean? Like, there you go. Cool. Hey, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right. So let's dive into this interview because if you guys don't know him, you're going to learn all about him. If you guys got questions, drop them in the chat and we're going to be reading them out of the chat as well. So, you ready to do this? All right, let's do it. So, let's go with the obvious question. How did you become a professional wrestler? Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Actually, I was with my friends last night and they were bringing you up and they were like, "Oh, I know him from Chikara." Like, so it's like interesting to always hear like, if I grab somebody on and then they're like, "Oh, I know from this place," or "I know from this place." So it was funny that they were talking about you last night at Chikara. So pretty cool. So, wow. There. Wow. Right. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure because somebody's telling me the sound is a little low. So just let me know. 'Cause I lowered my mic down a little bit. Maybe that's the issue. There was an update also. So just let me know. Now you have no sound. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Only me. Say something, Ray. Why is it doing that? Ah, the joy of streaming. There was an update. There. Yeah. It's so weird. Maybe there's okay. Hold on, guys. Let me just make sure in the settings there could have been an update that I might have to change something. Okay. Now, hopefully. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, guys. The joy of casting. All right. Let me check this thing. Ray, say something. Oh my god. All right. Let me know if that Ray, you can hear it, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. The joys. It should be good now. I just changed the setting in Skype. No? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, wait. Yeah, there was like, now I feel bad. Like, I'm sorry, guys. All the joys of the updates. All right, I changed. Oh my god. All right, I think there was like something that I had changed. All right, if anything, I'll kill it and come back. Oh my god. All right, let's see. Yeah, because I see in the mix. Ray, say something. Yeah, yeah, I think it's like device. So let me check one more thing here, and if not, then I'm gonna. All right, let me see. Change. Okay, Ray, say one more something. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna kill this, guys. I'll be back.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Hey, this is a way to welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network with audio issues and all sorts of issues or whatever like that. So
no breaks, guys. No breaks.
None.
there's
None.
no breaks when it comes to the No Holds Barred Network. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm talking until like we're live. Hopefully we should be back live. Ray, just let me know if like
We'll do. I'm gonna check. We should be good. Though,
we
so
should be
we're
good
back,
right
guys.
now. We're back, pal.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal, because I could always like string it together after. So did you check?
I'm checking right now. One sec.
Okay. Let me make sure.
Yeah, we're live.
We're
pal.
live. We're live, pal. Okay,
Let's go.
I think we're good.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
They're trying to give me a heart attack, but you know what? We like to have fun around here, so
That's it.
that's
That's
it.
it.
All right, I think we're good. I just want to make sure that it's on Facebook as well. Wow, what a mess.
Hey, like I'm telling Ray, you know, these issues, it keeps us humble, right?
It does, like.
Keeps us humble. Keeps us humble.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Casey. Casey's in the chat. We had a little bit of a hiccup. Just let me know as long as you can hear us, because we had a little bit of a problem. So, anyway.
Casey, our first attempt was trash. We're gonna steal your gimmick for a second.
There we go. Just for a bit. I'm gonna borrow that for a second.
And she's talking like, I love her new gear. I mean, her new merch. We have a little bit of like some merch freak going on. So, but yeah, okay, perfect. She could hear us. Okay, because we had a little bit of a blip. Now we're good. So, all right. So I think we're good. I think we can move on to our next question. All right, let me
Sweet. Beautiful.
Let's pull this in a little bit. Okay, so let's go back. So for a fan that may not seen you perform yet, what would be a match of yours that you would recommend for them to watch?
Oh man, wow. You know what? I'm probably going to say my match with Jeff Cobb in Lucha Toronto.
Ooh.
That was actually one of my favorite matches I've ever had, to be honest.
Ooh.
That one was like, Jeff Cobb is Jeff Cobb. Like, we all know how great he is. We know how awesome he is as a professional wrestler. That said a lot for the company to give me that match, that they trusted me as a champion, number one. Number two, they trusted me to be able to have a good match with someone of his caliber. And it was fun, man. I was nervous as the worst sin, but during that match, but it was a lot of fun. So that would be that match. It's actually up on YouTube. Just type in Desean Pratt versus Jeff Cobb. It'll pop right up. Full match.
Ooh, perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Those are like the best. That I feel like this is just a question that we need to ask everybody, because, and it's always like how you like the preference of you guys, what you think is your best match.
Right.
So I definitely love, learning, and maybe it's something that I haven't seen. So I love to jump on that train as well. So,
For sure. No, for sure. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
go ahead,
Well,
Ray.
let's keep it going here. For my second of the lineup here, I know it's always a hard-hitting question. I have to ask, what does stepping into the ring mean for you?
So over the years, in the beginning, stepping into the ring for me was just living a dream, right? It was something that again, like I said, I did the backyarding thing, big WWE fan growing up, big professional wrestling fan growing up. I watched it all. At first it was, satisfying that dream, chasing it, winning, getting it. As I've spent a lot more time in the business, what it means to me is it's important to me every time I step into the ring, because every time I'm in there, I'm giving something back to the fans. Even just for that one little bit, my job in that ring is to make each and every one of those fans forget about the outside world just for a minute. So regardless of what's happening, we're all, down in the dumps about Corona. We're all down in the dumps about, the uncertainty as to where things are going to go. So if I can just take that, whatever 15, 10, 8, 12 minutes that I'm out there on the stage performing, if I can just get you to forget for just that little bit of time and just have a good time, then you know what? I did my job.
Yes. Totally agree with that.
I did my job, point blank.
We love it. And especially someone like me who's all like, come on, I want to come be loud. I can't have a crowd that's not loud, right? Like,
Right. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. We go to these shows, we go into that building and it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a little portal of sorts. The outside world, everything for those 2-3 hours that you're at a show, the outside world doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
You forget about that for a bit. You have fun. You bring it back to, the days of your fandom,
right.
And just enjoying it. So, yeah, that's what being a professional wrestler means to me. Awesome. And why it's very important to me.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a couple of fan tweets. I know we mix them into our interviews. So this fan tweet's from our friend Good Cop, Bad Cop Wrestling Podcast. He says, as Desean Pratt, oh God, he loves doing this, as an anagram of dearest paint, what wrestling trunks or pants are most significant to you?
Wow.
He really has some interesting questions.
That is a great, wow, I've never been asked that. That is a damned good question. Wow, kudos to you on that one. I gotta say the gear that I'm wearing now, that has the initials CMD all over them. A lot of people will think it's a part of the gimmick, but it's, it's not that, I was born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. And our city doesn't have a lot of stars that came from it. We have some, but we don't have many. So every time I wear that gear, even when I wear my jacket and I got the CMD letters, across my shoulder blades, in my mindset, I'm carrying that city on my back. I'm carrying its inhabitants on my back. I'm carrying, the little kids on my back. I wanted to get to the point whereas, whenever I do these shows, whenever I go around and be able to even perform in Camden like I did the one time before, just for the kids to be like, hey, this dude is just like me. This dude literally lived in the same area that I did, neighborhood that I did, walked the same streets, but like he's making something of himself. He's living his dream.
Right.
So that's what I think about every time I put that specific gear in my bag, is that I'm doing it not only for me and not only for the fans in attendance or even people watching on whatever streaming service that's out there, but I'm also doing it for my city.
That's good. That's good. Thank you guys at Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Yeah,
You guys
no,
are
thank
awesome.
you. You made me really think on that one. Dang.
Gotta keep everybody on their toes around here. Like,
That's
No,
very
that
good.
was like on my toes, on my toenails. Please, Christmas. That was a darn good one. Very good question. Very good question.
Oh man. Okay. So, do you have any pre-match rituals?
I do. I mean, and it's one of those things too. I'm a very spiritual person, so I always like to. I'll say a prayer before I go out. I'll do a little bit of meditation before, especially before a big match, and I feel myself getting nervous. I feel myself, doubting myself, especially when I get into those opportunities. I just take a step back and just be like, listen, man, calm yourself down, do a little bit of meditation, think about like, look, you've been here before. This is not new to you. It's a new company for Synergy. It's a new fan base. It's a new dynamic, but you've been here before.
Right.
So that, and of course, stretching, doing my, using the resistance bands, everything like that. It's all segues into the pre-match ritual, but the main important ones is that meditation and pre-match prayer. 100%.
Okay.
Awesome. Got to get that mindset right. especially-
100%. Yeah. Sound body, sound mind all the time.
Awesome. Well then, we got another fan tweet here from our good friend MGB Mason. They ask, I see that as Amasas, you were the WIF Banana Champion in 2013 to 14.
Yep.
I've heard of heavyweights / cruiserweights, etc., but what is a banana champion?
So Wrestling is Fun was literally just that. So it was just this whole big storyline that ended up that Chikara was doing. Wrestling is Fun was a subsidiary of it's a whole long storyline to get into. So what Wrestling is Fun was just basically a subsidiary of Chikara.
Okay.
In the storyline, Chikara shut down. So there was just these little pop-up promotions that came up under the Chikara banner. So you still see a lot of your Chikara stars, but you'll see a lot of people coming out from other places. So it was almost like think of like an off-season, so to speak.
Okay.
And so the Banana Championship is exactly what you would think. It was a golden banana. And I held it for almost a year. Like I said, for a year. I held that championship for a year. And it was funny because a lot of people would be like, well, isn't that a little gaudy? Isn't that a little goofy? I go, well, no, because sure, I'm carrying around this golden banana as a championship. I go, but it's all in fun. But when you look at it on the professional level, it's like you're slated to be the guy. I was the guy for that banner for that promotion under the Chikara banner for a while. So as like most people kind of like turn their nose down upon it when I told them about it. But for me, it was just a great opportunity because if I could, main event these events and do well here, I could do well on the main show when it came around. So that was literally, the Banana Championship was just specifically made for the Wrestling is Fun banner.
Like, yeah. No, it definitely sounds like very funny when you read it on paper, but definitely, again, especially how it works in wrestling, it's big to see that they trusted you for so long, for a year to hold that championship, and it does mean something, especially when you're looking at how this whole system works. But again,
Exactly.
awesome, and kudos to you.
Thank you.
Banana champion.
Yeah. Longest reigning. I will still hold that to this day. Still the longest reigning. No one has ever beaten my record.
Wait, so like, have you eaten bananas like while we're, holding this banana championship
You know what?
belt?
I
Like,
feel I did not, and I feel like I missed the boat on that.
how can
I
you
could have
not?
promo right there.
See?
That literally could be. I mean, I don't know why I wasn't, gallivanting and throwing bananas out to the crowd.
You could have been wearing like some gear with some bananas. You could have wore a monkey suit. Like,
Wait, no, that would have been taking Space Monkey's gimmick.
okay, well,
That
you
would've
could have worn.
been.
Okay, you could have
That
worn just
would've
the
been.
ears,
Yeah.
or you could have really like jumped on this. Like,
See, that could have been a feud right there over that banana, him versus Space Monkey.
See, it wrote itself. It wrote itself. If I can go back in time, that match would have happened. That match would have happened over the banana. It wrote itself. Clearly, it wrote itself.
I feel like Colin, if you're watching this, I feel like you're gonna have to make like an apple championship or an orange. No, I can't do orange because of like freshly squeezed. All right, what is it? A
You can have a
pineapple.
fruit salad bowl.
A fruit salad. There you go. Fruit salad championship.
Well, it should be a
There you go.
pineapple because the debating that would going on with like pizza or something like that, like, but like it could actually be wrapped around like, an actual belt, like this huge ass pineapple.
You know what? I'm for it, man. I'm for it. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this.
That's-
I don't know why
Wow.
people get so angry with like wrestling sometimes. Like this is just entertaining as hell. And I think the best thing that I've learned is you have to come into an open mind with wrestling. You really
You have
do.
to.
You
You have
really
to.
do. And again, like I always preach, there's a lot of different wrestling out there for everybody. And this just alone, like I said, like if you're stuck in one mindset, and you take everything so serious, and that's fine. If that's what you like, then great. But you really should have an open mind. Like I'm sitting here laughing. We're thinking about this, bananas and apples and oranges and pineapples. like this is fantastic to me right now.
No,
Like,
Yeah, no, it definitely really is, because I feel like that's what's missing nowadays
yeah,
is the fun part
right.
of wrestling.
Yeah,
You gotta remember, it's fun.
yeah,
Yes, it's a business. Yes, it's grueling. Yes, you gotta work your butt off. But have fun.
yeah,
Have fun. Don't forget why you got into business.
yeah.
Don't forget.
Nah,
Because
it's
No,
as
and
soon as you
that's
forget,
exactly it.
you know what I mean? As soon as you forget and get wrapped up in, spots and getting wrapped up in, well, I should be here and not here, X, Y, and Z, you're going to kill it for yourself.
yeah.
Just have fun.
Especially like
when
now.
you have fun and you stop thinking about all that other just BS, it's going to be a lot it's going to be a lot better for you.
yeah.
Hands down.
No.
You're going to have a lot more fun.
You're-
And I'm speaking from sheer experience myself.
yeah.
But again, just have fun, man. Have fun.
I've learned it, and that's the difference I feel also with independent wrestling. And I've gone
Right.
to shows, and I've become very close with a lot of wrestlers through the last like year and a half, and
Right.
I've learned a lot, and I love it too, and it makes me feel a type of way when I even see like the wrestlers are tight with each other, they're having fun and they're doing conga lines and
Yeah.
dressing up, as cats and streamers being thrown and like all this stuff.
Exactly.
Like it really is different, and like I feel also when the wrestlers are having fun, the fans are feeling that, and we feed off of it too. So
100%.
I 100% agree with this. So
No, definitely. It needs to be like that because end of the day, like we said earlier, this is the reason why we all from the young age decided, oh man, I love this. I love
Yeah.
wrestling. I want to get in this because there was a fun element to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So I feel like especially when you're involved in it, you can't lose that.
Yeah.
No.
That needs to be the main priority because if it's not fun anymore, what's the purpose?
What's the point of
Why
doing
do you
it?
do it? Yeah.
Exactly. What's the point of doing it? Because now it's like, because it's not fun anymore, now you have a certain kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And that attitude projects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It projects on other people.
right.
You don't want to do that. Even if it's like take a step back, like don't leave altogether. Take a step back for a second.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yo, look, hey, I'm getting burnt out. It's an easy profession, easy business to get burnt out on. Excuse me. So like when that happens and you start to feel your smile fade and you start to lose that fun, just take a step back.
Right.
It'll still be here.
No, you're right. I
You know?
Definitely,
100%
definitely. Take
agree.
notes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Like right there, that was some vital information.
Yes.
That's some
Yes.
vital stuff. And again, like it sounds so simple, but again, we lose that. We lose track of those things, and
100%.
it sucks.
Yeah,
It
it
sucks,
does. It
but
does.
again, let's try to keep on having that fun. Let's keep going here.
Yeah.
We still have a bunch of questions, and
Let's go.
we want to
Let's get
see
through 'em.
Yes.
where we can take. So last time we got to see you live and in person was at Synergy Presents Shadows. You gave some words though to Eric Corvus that night, telling him to go take that championship. But so the next show that Synergy's presenting, he's a little preoccupied. He has Brandon Kirk in his sights. After he's done though, do you still have unfinished business?
We do. And we definitely have unfinished business, but it's unfinished business on the level of respect. There's no malice between Corvus and I. I like the guy a lot. Corvus and I have had many a battles way before in tag team wrestling. When he used to team with Mike Quest and I used to team with Ophidian back in Jersey All Pro. You know, when he was with the Garden State Gods, Syrian Portal, they used to have stellar matches there. So I've known Corvus for quite a while, and I know what he's about. I know what he brings to the table. So him beating me for the #1 contendership, it didn't come as a surprise, but it's still just as disappointing because, we all want to be that guy. We all want to be that top person.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. If having fun and getting championships is not, if you're not in this game to have fun and win championships, again, what are we doing? But I can take a step back. I'm going to watch the match whole time. I'm going to really just be watching the match like a hawk, but all in all, I think Corvus has got this. I got a lot of respect for Brandon Kirk, what he does and what he brings to the table, but I'd like to see Corvus take it, and he and I can perhaps, do it again this time for the Synergy Championship.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to that, and I'm pretty sure we get to talk to Corvus on Tuesday night, guys. So we're gonna have Corvus and Colin West Tuesday night on Indie Talk. So I'm sure we'll see what Corvus has to say about that as well. So, but I'm all for it. So, but you guys got great chemistry, and you guys are great in the ring, and we're all for
it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely. I'll say this. I keep having to clench my chest every time you two wrestle, though. Because I know Corvus can chop hard as hell, but hearing it just sound off someone else, I'm like, oh, yeah, I felt that before.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? And I mean, his chops have not changed at all. since the early days, like I said, the early combats we've had, early matches that we've had. That dude can really, really chop. So yeah,
yeah, because I know even Colin has said it too, that he's had some really serious chops. And I think it was it Shadows or was it the one before Heat Seekers, Ray, that we were joking around that he chopped? I think it was Deshaun, and we were like, he was channeling you, Ray.
That was Heat Seekers.
Oh, it was
Because
Heat Seekers.
he even came out acting like he was going to chop me again. And then every time he would chop Deshaun, he'd looked at me. And it was like...
Oh, man. See? He's looking like, that's you. You see that? That's you.
I think
that's
I broke Corvus, and I was like, he's channeling you, Ray. And I swore that Corvus cracked a little like during... I think that's like my goal at these shows is to like secretly crack the wrestlers when like they don't even notice, because I know I do. I know I do it. I definitely do.
But again, it's having fun. It's those fun moments that again need to be there.
Yes.
Right.
And to be there and wrestle.
So and like
Right.
I've come close with a lot of you guys, so it's like a secret thing that I have to do. So it's just
And I hope you have a list of wrestlers that you've gotten the crack over the time.
Oh, well, I've cracked Gangone numerous times, especially the last show, because I'm obsessed with bridges, and I always said Gangone had the best bridge, and then like I started saying Yuta's got the best bridge now.
Sure.
So it was funny because our last panel that me and Ray were on Indie Talks, Ray said that I think that's why Tiffany only likes Gangone so much is because he's just a bridge. So when Gangone lost his match last month, I screamed out, "He's more than just a bridge, Ray!" And I saw him crack. So,
See, I think Tiff just wants to keep throwing me under the bus so Gangone can chop me.
Yes.
I think that's
gonna work.
honestly. I
Yes.
think that's the build-up. Yes, that is in fact what's going to happen here. She's setting you up, man.
He
She's setting you
throws
up.
me under the bus like every episode that we do. So now it's your turn, Ray. So yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
I've
Ray.
done nothing.
You just
I've
all right. We're going to move on to our next question because you know you're guilty. Anyway, so we're going to move on to our next question. What promotions would you say that you have on your radar that you have your radar on and would like to work for next?
Oh, there's a lot. So the first one I would say that's on my top right now would definitely be Violence and Suffering.
Okay.
I like what they have. I like who they bring in. They got some hungry people, you know, and that's one of those places that if I really want to try to solidify myself in this sport, and you know, on this level, like that's one of the places that I definitely would like to cut my teeth in and just go in and just have great stellar matches with their roster. ICW, I love their. A lot of people like if you know people have been following me on my Instagram, I've been taking up kickboxing again and getting back into boxing. And a lot of people have been saying, yo, you would be awesome in Pit Fighter. And I didn't stop and think about that for a second. I went, huh, you know what? I think I would. I definitely would. So I would definitely like to, you know, show my skills in, you know, in ICW, you know, especially on their Pit Fighter events. So those are the main two right now.
Okay.
That I would like to, you know, that I would like to grace my presence with.
Yeah, we support all those. We're all for
Definitely,
it.
definitely.
We're
Some
for
great,
it.
some great
Definitely.
promotions there.
Yes,
Yeah.
promotions we've been to. We just love these guys. They just got something good going on.
Yeah, no, 100% they do.
So, well, hopefully, if you guys are listening, make it happen.
Hey, that's it. Make it happen. That's
Make
it. That's
happen,
it.
guys.
So it's nothing to it but to do it, right?
That's all you can do. Okay, so we have another fan tweet from our friend MGB Graham. He said, Camp Leapfrog was such a fun event to watch. Can you talk about your Monster Battle Royal match and your thoughts on the event as a whole?
So yeah, fun. I seem like that seems to be the theme of our episode tonight.
Yes.
Fun.
Yes.
That again, just taking away the seriousness of professional wrestling, and again, and reintroducing the fun. That's the main goal of it. So when I was brought to the idea, the idea was brought to me, I was already all in about the Camp Leapfrog dynamic, as to what it is, what it's supposed to do. So I loved it right off the bat. Whereas it's not so much focused on. It's not so much wrestling focused as much as it is story driven. And again, you guys are gonna hear this word so many times, you're gonna get sick and tired of it. But it's fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Having fun. It's just a group of guys and girls getting together, putting together one heck of a show. And I love being a part of both of the events that was on.
I love it. It's a good promotion too. I like
Yeah.
watching. It's fun. It definitely. You're right. It is fun. We
Yeah,
need another
definitely. And
word.
it's something like I feel like we always use that word different, but definitely this time it's a good way.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's a
kind
great
of
way.
different that
Yeah.
that's needed. Again, it's something that I feel like wrestling doesn't just need to be one style. That definitely proves again you get a lot of character-based wrestling in there, and it's entertaining. It keeps the audience engaged. Like I saw some of our friends on there, Bones, Big Game Leroy,
Yeah.
and they fit in like a glove, and it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, that's it. And that's exactly it, you know, and it's just like, again, to goes to show that, hey, you got some top tier guys and gals on this program, and the wrestling is great, you know, but it's like at the end of the day, you know, it's not just about the wrestling. It's
Right.
about the entertainment aspect of it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
God, right?
Awesome. Let's keep it going. Again, the fun continues. We got to keep it going. So,
That's it. Let's go.
So, as a competitor that for years was known as a tag team specialist in Osirian Portal with Ophidian, would you say that you prefer that style or to be a lone wolf as you currently are?
So I definitely like being a singles wrestler. It's challenging. It's very challenging, being a singles wrestler. A lot of people like to think that being in a tag team or tag team wrestling is tough, but being a singles competitor is a lot tougher. I like that. I like it because at the end of the day, it's only me.
Right.
Yeah.
If something goes, if the match is terrible or something goes awry in the match, or the match just stinks, the onus is on me.
Right.
So I like that because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make me work harder.
Right.
Yeah,
To
it
put
keeps
on the
yourself
best
accountable in a sense.
Exactly. Accountability, 100%. Because I have nobody. I can't. If I get blown up, I can't tag out.
Right.
Say, hey, let me go in. Let me take a breath real quick. You go in and handle business. I'm blown up. I ain't doing my cardio this week.
Right.
So, but now it's just like, you get your cardio up, hit the weight room, get the training, so you don't have to have these moments.
Yeah.
So, no, I definitely like the challenge of being a singles wrestler over a tag team.
Cool.
Tag team wrestler, yeah.
Awesome. No, definitely, because like you said, again, we know you from the Assyrian Portal. We know you now, especially you've been associated a bit with the division over at Titan Championship Wrestling with O'Shea Edwards and that. But again, it's great to hear your response. I also have a little bit of a side question though. Speaking of the Portal, whatever happened to Huracan? I heard he's built a little bit of a foundation. Wink, wink.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't seen Huracan in a while, but he's definitely setting the foundation on a lot of stuff. You know what? I gotta find out. I haven't. I gotta check up on him. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
There you go. See, Ray's bringing people back together.
Bringing it exactly.
Nice.
I kind of forgot about Huracan for a bit, but nah, man. But I hear he's doing great things.
He's very honored at the moment. I think.
Very. It's honorable and pure, if you will.
Definitely.
Very pure.
I feel like Tiff doesn't know exactly what we're talking about, and I love it.
No, I don't. I'm just going
I
with
do
it.
my research, and I'm like,
little insider. So now she's got to do the research, and then she's gonna go, oh, I see what they were doing there.
That's the good thing is that
that's a great thing. 100%.
That's why me and Ray got a dynamic going on here because this is why
I feel like, Again, I'm gonna throw the little joke. I feel like he's in the same orphanage with El Generico. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That might be.
You know what? That might be it. That might be it. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I definitely think so. They might have a hand in that same orphanage.
Might be.
And by the way, Nancy's in the chat blowing kisses. So just so you know.
Who's that?
Nancy.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to move on. So as a trainer at a gym, your food regime must be very strict. When you have a cheat day, what is your cheat meal?
Oh, man. Man, what don't I eat? Jesus Christmas. No, so it depends, honestly. Like if it's a show week, I don't have a cheat day. I don't. Because, HD cameras, 1080p, you got to make sure you're looking great. You don't want to look all bloated in 1080p. It's not a good look. It's happened to me before, and I was like, whoa, what the heck is that? Can't do that again. But when I really sit down to it, like I love pizza. Pizza is like my jam, I'll do that. And Swedish fish. That is my Achilles heel, Swedish fish.
Okay.
I'll sit and eat those in the surplus. That, pizza, Swedish fish, ice cream, and man, it's just an array of things, honestly. I can't even really think of all the food I eat. Let's just say I definitely I overeat on my cheat days.
All done.
I always tell Vertigo he needs to come smack food out of my hand. Like, he really does. So, Go ahead, Ray.
Man,
Keep it moving.
That's again, having fun, guys, having fun. So let's keep it going here. So if there was one person you could face again in a heartbeat, who would it be?
One person face again. Ooh. You know what? I would definitely say I would like to go against Cobb again.
Okay.
Because again, the match I had with him, that was maybe 2, maybe 3 years ago. So he and I both evolved since then. And we both really came into our own. And especially like at the pinnacle of his career as where he is, being a New Japan, he was doing his New Japan thing. He's on TV now, doing his things with AEW. I believe I saw he was on that. So he's just he's added like a different level right now. So like I would definitely like to see if I can match that or even remotely exceed his level. So that would be the match I would like to go ahead and test my metal at, my merit, would be Jeff Cobb again, one more time to do that again.
Okay.
Love it.
Hey, you never know, right? You never
Right,
know.
that's it. Just that's the one thing about professional wrestling. You never know. It's like football, any given Sunday.
Yep.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
All right, so we're going to move on. With you becoming a mainstay at Synergy, would you say you have your sights on taking the cruiserweight crown?
Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, when that crown was revealed to the masses, I mean, I was like, well, I'm a prince of all, I mean, that crown should be on my head. And seeing, who has it right now, Crawford's doing an amazing job of representing the, the cruiserweight division with the crown. And, Casey's, looking to get her shot at that. I definitely see myself getting in that picture. When the opportunity presents itself, my win-loss record isn't the best right now, so I kind of got to get more W's in my column before I even think about a championship opportunity. But that is one of the championships that I have my sights set on, definitely.
Ooh. What's going to happen in the future? Dum, dum, dum. Again.
Who knows?
Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday so you can hear our prediction show as well. There you go. Yeah, right on. With Colin and Eric Corvus as well. So
Definitely. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. You never know what's happening in the future. Let's see. So let's keep it going here. So I asked you who you'd want to face again, but with the independent scene growing every day, we're seeing new faces. We're seeing a lot of great talent. From what you've seen, who would you want to face now that you haven't before?
Okay, so right off the bat, Jordan Oliver is my top right now.
Ooh, okay.
Jordan Oliver, definitely want to get in the ring and tussle with him. Blake Christian.
Oh yes.
Is definitely somebody that, again, I love his style. A lot, that he got some kicks, he's got some chops, he's got some slaps. Like, I want all of that. Like, I want all that smoke. Like, bring it. Like him. Oh, man. And there's another young kid. I'm going to shout him out real quick. He's on the under the H2O banner.
Ooh.
A youngin by the name of Marcus Mathers.
Yes.
Youngin. Little young blood. So, Marcus Mathers is funny because, like, I've watched that kid literally grow up. Even in the days of when I used to go to this one gym out in Philly, he would always be there with his dad, always around the business. So it's funny and cool watching him come into his own, doing his thing, getting the reception that he's getting, and just really just turning into an all-around great athlete. So yeah, he's definitely another one on my list. So I mean, there's so many guys and gals out there right now.
Right.
I'm just gonna leave it at those three right there for right now.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, give me.
Oh, except one more. I'm gonna add one more.
Yes.
Lee Moriarty.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So,
all right.
I Tiger style. I'm all about that.
Let's go.
I'm all about that Tiger style. So that's another one. I'm gonna throw that out there. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully these matches will happen. I mean, which promoters do we need to bother? Hey
all
guys.
of them. Every last one of them.
Hey.
So,
I was gonna
again,
say, hopefully they're in the tri-state so we can go see them as
Yes,
well.
yes, please,
Right.
because that would be great for us. So
right.
row.
Keep it in the tri-state area.
Yes, because and if you're not going to do any fans, please have me in April so we can sit and run around the ring because we'll make it happen. Ray, you want to come
Make it happen.
sit?
That's it.
Ray, you want to sit and run around the ring with me in April? Because we'll
I would
change
like to watch
outfits
the
and all
matches,
that.
so yeah.
Like, okay, you can do that. You do hats, so. Okay. So here's my infamous question. I ask everybody that comes on the podcast this question. What's been the craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention? This is why I love this question.
They didn't do this to get my attention or our attention.
Okay.
So, but I will say this was a very odd fan interaction. Okay, so story time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Hey.
So, Nebraska. I was doing a show in Nebraska. Well, Fiddy and myself were teaming up against Frightmare and Lindsay Dorado. And it was for a Lucha Festival. So it was a joint promotion. There was a promotion out in Chicago, Galley Lucha Libre. And the promoter brought us out to do the show. And it was a few other promotions. So it was like a joint show. So they wanted us to do the main event, which was great. It was an honor to do the main event on a legitimate Mexican festival, which was great. So we did the traditional 2 out of 3 falls match. Match was going great. Match was going swimmingly. I mean, the match was dope. And then I just remember at one point in time, this referee was just very, very like fugazi to me. So right off the bat, our music plays. The dude stops us midway. Hey, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? And we're like, yo, our music's going. Hey, we can't really. Oh, please, can we get a picture? All right. We don't want to be, a-holes to the guy. So I was like, hey, let's take a quick picture. Quick. Snap. Boom. We go. As I'm going to the ring, I notice he's putting on a ref shirt. So I'm like, huh. All right, whatever. So it's the referee. Cool. No problem. Big deal. No big deal. So we're doing the show. We're doing the match. I'm putting the heat down on Frightmare, and I'm getting ready to whip him corner to corner. As I'm whipping him corner to corner, I can't whip him into said corner because it's preoccupied with the referee text messaging on his phone. I'm going to let that hang for a second. Legitimately has his phone out text messaging middle of the match.
Oh my God.
So I look at the dude. I'm like, hey, you want to move? So, I whip him in, put the heat on him, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, this guy is just all over the place. We're like looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? Match is over. We're all PO'd. So I'm like, let me go find a promoter. Hey, Carlos, what was up, old boy here? Like, he was just like, I don't know, man. I think he belonged with the other dudes. Okay, cool. So we go ahead, we go find the promoters of the other company. Yo, like, was that your boy? Oh, hey, by the way, great match. Hey, F all that. We want to know who old boy was because the match was completely foobar. He goes, oh, he wasn't one of our guys. Actually, I think that was a fan. And walks off. We all stood, we had like the most dumbfounded look on our faces. Whereas a drunk fan somehow, some way got in the ring and reffed our main event match.
Oh my God.
Only in Nebraska at a Mexican festival. A fan jumps into the ring with a ref shirt and a pair of jeans, mind you, and refs our match.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So needless to say, that got my attention. He got my attention, but yeah, not in the way I think he wanted to get our attention.
I love this story. This is better than when Ref Ryan T was like outside for a battle royale and one of the wrestlers came over, ripped his shirt off, put the shirt on, and jumped into the ring, and then even one of the other ref was like, "Where'd your shirt go?" So he was like, "He just took my shirt."
Yeah, no, that's actually like one of my favorite stories to
Oh my
tell.
God. See,
One of my favorite stories to tell.
this is
That's
why
insane.
I asked this question, because you get some really great stories with this. So
Exactly.
oh man, that was great. Okay. Well,
That's a mind-boggling moment right now.
It
Like,
was
wow.
to this day, I still don't know how this person. And the crazy thing about it was he got ghosts after the match.
oh man.
Like he got ghosts. Like we were trying to find this dude, he was gone.
He was like,
Like he was gone.
Like, I have so many questions now. Like, where to get the ref shirt? How, like, no one stop him? Did no one decide, oh yeah, this is the ref for that match? It was just like, okay, yeah, it's
This was
gonna run with
exactly.
it.
There was like no run sheet, nothing. Like,
oh,
hey,
man.
this ref's gonna ref this match. This is gonna ref, this person's gonna ref that match. There was none of that. So
oh my God.
I guess
it was an experience. It was
He,
definitely an experience.
Maybe it was one of his bucket lists that, he wanted to happen, and, maybe
You know
he
what? If that's
fulfilled
the
it.
case, kudos to him because he shot his shot and he made it happen.
Can you imagine if he's like a legit ref now or something?
Oh man, that'd be that. Wow, talk about full circle.
I love it. Oh, that was a great story. That's great.
Oh, that's
That's
insane.
great.
Let's keep it going though. So maybe it won't happen you under the mask anymore, but could we ever see the return of Osirian Portal with yourself and Ophidian?
Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I mean, especially with tag team wrestling being on the uprise yet again.
Right.
Definitely.
It's funny because tag team wrestling has like a, I don't know, 1 minute is super hot in the game, and then 1 minute it's like it gets super cold. It's weird, like, whereas it's just like, people are just like, oh, that's not many legitimate tag teams, and then no one really is caring about, tag team wrestling for a bit, and then suddenly, like, there's a big boom.
Right.
And right now, there's a huge boom in tag team wrestling,
Right.
which is great. It could happen. I'm just saying it could happen.
You never know. You
You
never
never
know. So,
We got to see some hypnosis again, man.
Hey,
2021. You never know.
It could happen. You know what? I never will say no to anything. Let's just put it, it could happen.
ooh, okay.
Um,
I like it. Okay. So, what's been one of your favorite moments in the ring thus far in your career?
One of my favorite moments in the ring definitely has to be wrestling in Japan
Oh, okay.
and wrestling in Korakuen Hall.
Wow.
That was definitely an experience. It was great. I still get goosebumps from thinking about just making our entrance in that historic arena. And just being brought over to Japan by, a pretty renowned company. 01 was the company that brought us over. And they already, like, when they brought us over, I guess they just had such high expectations of us that they already put us in, like, a main event spot when we got over there. So we did like we did a week stay over there, and we did 2 matches. The first match was in Korakuen Hall. The second match was, oh man, I can't even remember where that was. But that match was for hold on, this is a long title. It was for the NWA Light Heavyweight Tag Team Championship.
Wow.
Yeah, mouthful. And at the time, Minoru Sawa and Akuda Hadaka were the champions
Oh, wow.
then. But to go back to about Kurikan, another funny story. Again, we're having fun here. So the one thing that a lot of people, when they get to Japan, they don't realize is that, okay, when we do our matches, we do them in the back, right? They don't do that. because they have TV cameras back there just moseying around. So usually right after the match, you know, we all see it right after the match. The competitors come down, they sit behind the in front of the screen, and they do their interview. So we couldn't piece together anything with one another except amongst ourselves. So it's very old school how, like, you know, you don't see each other until the match starts.
Right.
So luckily at the time we were in the dojo a few days prior putting the match together. So Finny and I were like, we're in our hotel calling the match together, calling it back and forth. We're on a subway calling the match back and forth to one another. So I think we called the match to each other about 20 times the day of. And I was like, okay, I got it. I'm ready. I got it. Okay, we got it. We're good. We're good. So it comes time, we're getting ready to go. And they had us come out first. Cool, no problem. So our music hits. We're all hyped up. We're amped up. We're like, yo, let's go do this. Let's go put this work in. This is what we do. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We get out there. We're doing our thing. I see the crowd. I'm like, man, it's a lot of people. Ophidian's about to make his way to the ring. I grab him by the collar. He didn't realize I was grabbing him, so I grab him by his arm and I pull him close to me. And I go in his ear and I go, bro, I forgot everything.
I knew it. I was like, watch him forget the whole match.
He was like, nah, dude. I said, bro, like, I don't know what it was. I think it was just like the allure of what Kurikan Hall is.
Right.
You know, Kurikan Hall is what the ECW Arena is to South Philly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So being in that historical building and like the fact that it was being taped on TV and like there was at least like 12, 13. I forget what the end number was. It might have been like 1,300 in attendance. And I just drew a blank. I literally just looked at him and said, I forgot everything. And he's like, no, dude. He's like, bro, you got this, man. You got this. I'm like, no, I'm serious. I don't got this. I don't have this. I don't have this at all. And I'm freaking out. Like, I don't have this at all. So, you know, at the time, it is funny because it's like I go back and I watch myself and I can see myself like I'm there in the match, but I'm not there.
Right.
I'm thinking of the match. I'm literally piecing it together. Like I'm watching Ophidian's movements. I'm watching the other competitors' movements. And I'm just like, okay, so this is going to come back next. Okay, I got this. Okay, great. I got it. Okay, we cool. Tag me in. I got it. We're good.
That's great.
But
oh, wow.
Just immediately, and I just thought like, man, like, this could have went wrong. This could have went terribly wrong. Completely wrong. Like, I just literally, my brain just took the eraser. It was like an eraser on the dry erase board. The match was there, but it just went white clean. Right. When we went out there.
Oh man,
so,
that's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah.
I love those moments though that it's like something just like flips the switch. Like, okay, I think I got this now.
That's literally
like,
what it was. Like the switch was when we walked through that curtain. Someone turned the lights off. And my brain, like the brain activity was gone. I was like, yo, I can't remember squat right now. Like, hold up.
But that's a cool
I just got
story.
done calling this match to him in the back like 5 minutes ago. I can't remember anything. But like I said, thankfully, you know, somebody was watching over me that night because I remembered, and we had one hell of a match.
That's a cool story though, but like, yeah, I can only imagine like what that feels like.
So scary,
oh,
so scary.
man.
It was scary. It was scary because again,
Yeah.
you know, you're in a new place, a new dynamic of wrestling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas like, and you know, the Japanese really hold their wrestling in high regard.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a religion.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, if I screw this up, they're just gonna be like, yo, these dudes is garbage. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. I will
but
say
it was
that,
all good though. It was all good.
I will say that about wrestling. That I love that it's like it's its own language in a sense too. That it's like you were able to see like little things and be like, okay, now I know what I gotta do.
Yeah, that's literally what it was just me seeing a little bit of here, a little bit here, you know, and And I'm like, okay, I got this. Okay, all right, I got this. All right. Once the cogwheel started moving like a well-oiled machine, we were good. I was out of the woods.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
man,
awesome.
that's great.
Well
That's a
done.
great
Let's
story.
keep it going here. Let's keep it going. So, again, speaking about amazing opportunities, before we wrap this up as well, let's talk about a few you had at PPW.
Sure.
Like, on the last few years, you had some amazing opportunities, getting to wrestle the likes of the Amazing Red, being featured on Impact Plus as well. Even getting to face, just to throw Tiff under the bus, her number one husband, Anthony Gangone at PPW.
Yeah.
Like, how was that? How were those opportunities, and how did that feel to get those amazing shots at PPW?
So it's awesome when a promoter comes to you with these opportunities. It's great because it just goes to show that they see your hard work, they see your dedication, and they see your drive. And it's great to be recognized for that and to be rewarded. You know, at the end of the day, you know, they didn't have to give me these opportunities. You know, they didn't have to. They could have easily, you know, passed me up and given them to anybody else. You know, but it was just it was a testament to everything that I was doing leading up to those opportunities. Because again, when I first got there, you know, I was just another guy. We don't know who this guy is. You know, okay, he used to be in the Osirian portal. Okay, that's what he's done.
Right.
But what does he do now? So it was literally like, okay, I can't rest my hat on what I've done. You know, a few years ago with the Amasis character, I had to show out and show up now.
Right.
So right then and there, that's what pretty much had to, like, I guess, set the chip on my shoulder, because it was like I had to reinvent myself. I had to reintroduce myself, you know, to a whole new company, and to go from, I think it was like the next month, like I went from, you know, working the third match on the card, and they were just like, hey, we're going to put you in our world title picture. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, no, we need guys to build up our world title picture. You're going to be one of them. Right. And then, you know, like I said, that the opportunities just came and just kept coming. And it was a blessing, you know, I was grateful and very thankful. And, you know, it definitely made me work harder. Most of the time people will, you know, get those opportunities and I'll stop working. Man, I'm here. I made it. Okay, that's cool. But what you going to do to keep it?
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't just get there and be like, I'm here. Let me put my feet up and, you know, just lay my hat down. No, you have to work 10 times harder now.
Right.
Because you got a whole gaggle of men and women that want that opportunity. Now, it's one of those things you can share the plate 100%. Share the plate. We're going to share the plate. But first, I got to get mine first.
Right.
I got to eat. You know, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. So, and that's how I felt with PPW. Did I get a little bit of shade at times? Yes, I did. Because I was only there for a couple months, and you know the promoters there, they saw something in me. They believed it. They believed in me. Most importantly, that's what it was. They believed in me. Yeah. And I didn't, leading up to me making my PPW debut, like I didn't have a lot of people that believed in me. I didn't. And I'm just keeping it honest. I didn't. I didn't have a lot of promotions, and a lot of promoters didn't see me as a main event person. Maybe they still had it that, you know, I was this goofy, you know, dancing pharaoh in the tag team. But it's just like, no, it was, for some reason, it was like they couldn't see that I reinvented myself into something completely different. Right. So that was another reason for my chip on my shoulder. So it was literally like, I have to break out. I have to break away. I got to get, you know, I got to show them that, you know, I'm completely different from then to now. It's a whole different ball game. It made things very nerve-wracking, but fun at the same time.
Right.
I was going to say that has to be something to definitely keep you again accountable, again keep you motivated there. That it's like
100%.
This is on you now. You got to prove
Exactly.
to them
Yeah.
that you
100%.
have changed and that you have developed something that should be taken seriously here.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly it. And, and it's like, whereas again, we're having the fun times in wrestling. Like I said, the theme of this episode is fun, but sometimes too, like, when you're going to get those opportunities, all right, the fun stops for a little.
Yeah.
Time to get serious. Because now you're stepping into the main event picture. Now you're stepping into more more dead presidents in your envelope, more opportunities to come.
Right.
So it's like now it's time to like, okay, now it's the business side of things.
Makes sense.
And you don't ever want to take that for granted. When a company, a whole company is betting on you.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You don't want to take that for granted.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, what do you like to do when you're not in the squared circle?
I mean, outside of the gym, when I'm not at the gym, I am in my basement gaming. I am a avid gamer, huge gamer. I'll do that, or kickboxing is fun. I've been getting into kickboxing, getting into boxing. Just new challenges. Just doing that. That's essentially it. Like I said, I've been spending a lot of my time playing the new Assassin's Creed, so it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
I have to ask as a side question: PlayStation or Xbox?
I'm both. I have them both.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. When people give me that, you're an Xbox guy. I'm both.
There you go.
I like them both.
There you go.
I feel like, as an avid gamer, you can't pick. You shouldn't pick. You should play everything. It's just like wrestling.
No,
you're a fan, like everything. Like it all. You're a fan of the wrestling.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So
we have.
I still get that, again, there's different flavors, X, Y, and Z. I get that, but just take it at face value for what it is. Video games is video games. Wrestling is wrestling.
There you go.
When you take out the nitty gritty part of it.
Awesome.
Ray,
awesome.
we might have another friend to play Fortnite with.
I guess so. We might
well, honestly though, maybe not. I'm cheeks at Fortnite. I'm cheeks. I'm being real. I'm there. Because I'll try to play with my 10-year-old, and he'll be like, all right, you got to do this, you got to do that, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, have I become the old dad that can't keep up with today's video games? Like whole time, like I'm sitting, he's like, oh, I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And I remember thinking of this, like when I was trying to teach like my mom to play video games. How do you do this? Oh, you got to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, wait, I've become that parent that doesn't know today's video games. I'm a little salty about that. I'm a little hurt by that,
you go. No, we'll teach you. We got better since the pandemic because I think we were.
And that's what I'm saying though. Like, and I felt like during that time I should have been practicing, but like, nah, it's just like this. I'm just like, look, he'll be like, hey, let's play battle. And also too, I don't like the battle royale style. Yeah. I feel like the maps are too open.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, whereas like, okay, one of the games I'm a big fan of is Gears of War. Love Gears of War.
Okay, yeah. Gotta love
I played that, on like team deathmatch. I could play that. Like I'm pretty good at that. And I was talking to my kid about it. I was like, the differences between those games and these style games was like the maps weren't huge. So I can remember the maps.
Right.
That was the fun part of it. That was the competitive aspect of it.
Yeah.
I go with Fortnite and PUBG. I was like, y'all have a whole ass map.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, wait, what is going on here?
Yeah,
And
that
you
was
got, like-
that was how I switched because I'm big into like Call of Duty. So like even now I got into Cold War and I'm like, see, this is a lot easier compared to Fortnite. That it's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
I have so much places to move. It's like everyone's camping in Fortnite.
100%. That's exactly it. And then the one thing that I can't stand, and I get, and it's like, and I rage, I gamer rage over this, is that when you're pelting somebody with weapons and you're getting, and then like, so I'm shooting at one character, one guy, whatever, shooting, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting at him. All of a sudden, he builds like a freaking wall. Like, I'm like, yo, hold up, pause. Where the freaking wall come from? I'm like, yo, what is this? We ain't had no walls when I was the kid. What is this wall stuff? Like you take them shots and you take that L, and you take it like like a gamer should. Like I'm sitting there like pelting this person with the machine gun, and he throws a whole wall up, steps, and he's shooting me from above, and I'm like, I don't even know what happened. Hold up.
That's Alex Cologne's kid, by the way, just so you know.
But, it might have been him. It might have been. I don't know. It might have been.
I feel like that's what we're getting killed by too, is a bunch of kids that probably know a lot better than us.
Yes,
but definitely.
We said this with
You know
Alex
what though?
Cologne.
That's the almost infuriating part, that I got like schooled by like a 10-year-old.
No,
I know
less
for a
than
fact
that.
that little boy or little girl is no older than 10.
No, it's less.
9, 10 years old.
It's
and
less.
they just gave me the smoke.
I'm telling you, it's less because we talked about this with Alex Cologne on the podcast. And I think his kid's like 4 years old. I remember him putting a tweet about it. He was like, yeah, it was probably like his daughter, right? His daughter is like 4 years old and like killing.
Everyone.
And we
It's
started
like,
talking to him.
Like, I'm like, yo, and I'm like, and it's like, I'm actually good at video games. Like, I'm a G when it comes to certain games, but like, you put Fortnite in front of me, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm cool.
See, now we have to do this. This has to be, go over, one of these days we're going to do this on my channel. We're going to do this on Twitch, guys. Shameless plug there, twitch.tv/Ray_Ramundo. We got to make this happen.
Yes.
And just see Desean rage over Fortnite.
Man, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
It's even better.
That's not going to be as fun.
Don't worry. We got you. We're gonna die together. We're gonna die together. Don't worry. All
right. You know what? As long as I got people to die with me,
yes. We're gonna play a trios. We're gonna play a trio. No, you know what? We're gonna play.
Let's go, because like, and even then too, I was like, yo, let me sit down and let me get some practice in. So the next time I play with my kid, he'd be like, yo, you're actually good.
We'll go into creative. We'll teach you a
there
thing
we
or
go.
two.
We'll do creative. That
We'll bring you into the squad. We'll even get April on.
There you go.
There we go.
You guys gotta guide me, because I don't know. I don't understand these games. Like I said, it's gotten to the point where I've accepted that I'm that old guy that doesn't understand today's games. As much as I try not to be.
That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay.
There you go, guys. That's gonna be our future. Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
That's gonna be the next couple episodes.
Let's get back here to the questions as we're rounding it down here. I got one final one for myself. What is the end goal for Desean Pratt? What would you like your legacy in wrestling to be?
I'd like my legacy to be, just somebody that was always willing to help out the next generation.
Okay.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, with wrestling, there's always new generations coming in. There's always new kids coming in. There's always new people coming in. And there's always a need for guidance. Mm-hmm. Constructive guidance now. Constructive, because we don't see a lot of constructive criticism online when it comes to certain things. One of the things I try not to be is one of those jaded vets. And I'm putting quotes around the word vets because I don't think anyone is necessarily a vet in professional wrestling, because you're always learning. When you become a vet on something, you stop learning, right?
Right.
You mastered it, right? Wrestling's forever changing. So you can't really master something that's, that's constantly in perpetual movement. But I think that's what it is. Before, anything else, I'd like to just be known as that person, like, yo, hey, talk to Desean. He can help you out with your match. Hey, Desean watched your match. Why don't you ask him what he thought? And just be able to give constructive criticism, whereas I can help build up the next generation and not tear them down.
That's awesome.
I like that.
That's really awesome to hear.
So that's great, because it kind of falls into my final question. Mm-hmm. So to all inspiring and amateur wrestlers out there, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
First and foremost, most important, make sure this is something you want to do. It's a lot to handle. I mean, if you stop and think about it, even on the indie scene, you know, professional wrestling is a lot like showbiz. It's a lot. It's a lot like the music business. It's a lot like, you know, any business whereas you're seeking stardom. And I'm putting quotes around that. You got to make sure you're mentally sound, you're mentally stable, you're emotionally sound and emotionally stable to handle a lot of the shenanigans and BS that comes with it. When you get inside, when you get in, no matter how many matches you have, no matter how many Twitter followers are you have, no matter how much praise you're getting, never, ever, ever stop learning, never, ever, ever stop training. Don't. When you get to a certain point and, you know, a certain pinnacle, you're at that promotion that you want to be at, you're at that AEW, you're at Impact Wrestling, you're at Ring of Honor, you're at NXT. For the love of God, hold on to that. Hold on to it, and now you got to work. When you get to those, yes, it's work getting to that part, right? It's work getting to the AEWs, it's work getting to the NXTs, it's work getting to the ROHs or whatever. But the real work starts when you get there.
Right.
The real work starts because now it's it's completely. Now that you're in there with the sharks. You know what I'm saying? You're in there with the sharks because you're the fresh face. You know, you're the new toy, shiny toy on the market right now. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, okay, well, what's Joe Schmo have that I don't have? And there's going to be a lot of shade. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans. There's going to be a lot of BS. You got to be able to fight that, combat that, let that stuff roll off your back, and just keep doing you. And most importantly, stay humble. Stay humble. You know, it's easy to get ahead of ourselves. It's easy to look our nose down upon other people. It's easy to, you know, have this air about us. But at the end of the day, this is another business that you do need another person to help you, right? You're not wrestling yourself in the ring. You're wrestling another person.
Right.
You're working with another promoter. You're working with other promotions. You know, you guys are all working together. Keep that in mind, you know, that everybody needs somebody in this game. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Because at the end of the day, I think it was funny. I think it was, I saw like Sami Zayn said something like this on Twitter that, like, you know, that no one is ever really self-made. You had some sort of help to get to where you needed to get to, or to help you start your journey. Just don't ever forget, you know, the start of that journey. Never forget that, you know, you had people help you. Because it's easy to do. It's definitely easy to do. So that would be, and have fun.
Yeah.
Dang it. Have fun.
F-U-N.
If all else fails, have fun. Have a smile on your face. Just have fun. It's supposed to be fun. You know? Like, that's it. Just have fun.
And if you guys want to play a great drinking game, come back and watch this episode and take a shot every time that he says
Every
the word
time you
fun.
hear the word fun,
Oh,
take a
man.
shot.
Jeez, the amount
Take
of
a
drinking
shot,
that we
man.
have.
I think we just killed like half the viewers.
Oh, man. No,
Man,
but
because,
again,
like,
that message.
You
That
know,
message
we're just going to
sounds-
have like a slew of people. They're like, what happened? I don't know. I was listening to the podcast and they said take a shot every time I heard the word fun. So I passed out. Now I'm here. I saw Jesus for a second. I don't know. I think I know I'm in the ER getting my stomach pumped.
Oh, God.
Thanks, guys.
Only on the No Holds Barred Network.
Oh, man, I'm choking. Excuse me.
See, we like to have fun around here.
geez.
Seriously. No
That's
pun
So,
intended.
guys, so people listening, please don't do that.
No,
Like,
we're only playing around.
if you do, we are not held responsible. We're not. Put that as a disclaimer in the beginning of this episode. If you decide to indulge in that and said drinking game, Do it at your own risk.
Oh god.
Please do it at your own risk.
I'm dead. That is great. That is great. Oh my
Man,
god.
'cause I can't. I don't want messages. I don't want tweets or whatever. Hey man, I played that drinking game and I can't. I lost a kidney. Man,
No, don't do that.
I
That's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's terrible. I mean,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You can run around the
Sorry?
ring like being silly, throwing streamers and stuff like that. Just don't do that.
Just go, no, that's just nah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So tell everybody where they can find you. So if they want to follow you or
Yeah, I mean, you can hit me up on the Instagram at Prince of CMD _ Desean Pratt. You can follow me there. You can follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. I'm slowly but surely thinking about getting another Twitter. Twitter's the Wild West, man. Twitter's wild, man. And so I had to take a step back from that for a bit. But like, if I do decide to make another one, you guys can follow me there. But as of right now, those are the main two places you can find me.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Come on, man. You got to come back to Twitter so you can fleet. That's the new thing. Fleeting.
Come back to
Wait, what is the new thing?
Fleet. It's kind of like an Instagram story or a Facebook story kind of thing now, but
Yeah, but now it's on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter now does that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, see, now I'm all out of the game. I'm out there. I'm out the Twitter game.
you gotta
Oh,
fleet,
man.
man.
Something fierce.
You gotta fleet. I don't.
Gotta fleet, huh?
kinda-
Okay.
I feel old. Yeah.
That's how you know I'm getting old. Like, I'm the young one here. When I saw Fleet, I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to lose my touch on technology.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm long gone.
Well, look, I've been there, and again, it's like, and I try not to be, because it's like, again, you gotta change with the times.
Yeah.
yeah,
know.
You
And
definitely
it's
do.
the one thing I never want to be is that old guy talking about back in my day.
Oh God, I tend to do
But-
that though.
I kind of feel like I've been that guy.
Yeah.
Especially with my kid. Oh, back in my day, we didn't do this.
Definitely,
So-
definitely.
Uh.
So, guys, I also, if you want to watch some wrestling, I also got a code for you guys with our friends from Power Slam Wrestling Network. If you use the code NOHOLDSFREE, you get a 1 month free trial. I'm telling you, a lot of great stuff on there. A lot of wrestling. A lot of great promotions are on there. We love it. So you can try it out for a month. So thank you guys over there. And yeah, so I guess that's going to wrap up our episode. So that was fun, guys. I'm so sorry for the audio issues earlier. So, of course.
I'm telling you, he just put hypnosis on it and didn't tell us.
I'm
That's
telling
all.
you.
Skype
There's some,
was
like,
just dancing around.
some like
It was
brouhaha
a
going
little
on.
back there.
I don't know.
It was that's exactly what ended up happening.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are evil. Like, what are you doing to me? So, but they want like their stressed out host as always to come back, and I'm a little stress free right now, so I'm feeling good.
Hey,
and
that's
you
it.
know,
Hey, we're having fun.
we're
That's the name of the game.
exactly we're having
having
FUN,
fun.
man.
You know what? I feel like that needs to be the title of this episode. We're having fun.
Fun. I love it. That's why we do these interviews, because we get to learn about you and we have a good time, and we get to learn things and see there's things I didn't even know, and now I have to go do research, as Brad would say. But that's the point.
Hurricane. You have to find out
This
whatever
is-
happened to Hurricane.
That's
Yeah,
the reason.
you have to.
Yep. This is the reasons why we do these interviews. So
Yes. And for anybody watching still and they know what happened, don't tell her.
oh boy,
Yeah, don't
Don't tell
me.
her.
Don't tell
Let
her.
her do the research.
I'm gonna do the research.
Let her
So,
do the research.
I love
Don't give it away. Let her do the research.
So, you're gonna find some.
Because her brain is literally going to go,
Yep.
literally. It's going to be great. So
Perfect.
please do not tell her. Don't give away the goods.
All right, I love it. So, but
Oh, man.
anyway, guys, thank you so much. As always, we will be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time with JT Dunn. Samia Ray will
Oh,
be
man, another
back.
great
Man.
combo.
Yes,
man.
great. So
That's
we're
gonna
looking
be
forward to
fun.
that.
That's
So make
gonna-
sure you come back for that. And once again, Eric Corvus and Colin West will be back Tuesday, 7 p.m. We're going to talk everything Black Friday. So Ray won't be
We took a
there.
little vacation, but I feel like now we're just stacking it back up.
That's the only
It's
way
like
to
we
go,
never
baby.
left.
No Holds Barred Network is where it's at, guys. So again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Tell your friends. Have FUN.
Definitely have fun, guys.
F-U-N.
I feel like that's gonna be whenever we get Desean to chop me. We're just gonna say fun the whole time.
Yes.
Fun. That's
Just-
it. It's fun. We're having fun, right?
Well, we're having fun.
This
It's
is
going to be
fun.
like 3 chops. FUN. And then he's...
I feel like I walked myself into
Yes,
that one.
and by the way...
You know what? You definitely did, and I'm shutting that door so you can't walk back out.
Ooh, and then on top of that, just so you guys know, a little secret that before we went live, we were talking about that all the wrestlers that have chopped Ray, we kind of like the little Brandon Kirk segue, so I feel like we're gonna have to start doing that when he was like, he goes, my name's Brandon Kirk, and I'm going to chop Ray. So, Sean, you're gonna have to do this.
He's gonna say we're having fun, and then
Hey, this is Desean Pratt, and I'm having fun.
Anyway,
well then,
guys,
guys, thank you so much.
thank
for
you guys,
watching.
and thank you again to
And
Sean.
we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, go give some
Bye.
love, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.